Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Phyrexia, all will be one draft. Alright, Nahiri the Unforgiving, 4 mana, it's got 5 loyalty until your next turn. Up to one target creature attacks a player each combat if able. Then it has discard a card, draw a card, or you can exile a creature or equipment card with mana value less than Nahiri's loyalty from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, that token gains haste, exile it. Well, that's cool. So at worst, it's a removal spell that blows stuff up and lets you have a copy until end of turn. I like that. And then at best, it rummages or forces something to attack. I mean, this seems really good to me. Otherwise, we got a Bladed Ambassador, one of the oil counter cards, 2 mana, 3/1, and then you can make it indestructible if you remove an oil counter from it. Reject Imperfection, we got to try that the last draft. Proliferation, of course, good for getting more oil counters, or good for putting more poison on your opponent. Charforger, I always see it, always like it, haven't played it. It is good. Alright. Didn't get anything else. What? Past Venerated Rot Priest? Well, I am a sucker for poison. I really like to infect. Gosh, talk about good toxic stuff in here. But the fact that we were past this is pretty absurd, because this card is really, really good. So even though it's not even in the same... Well, I was going to say it's not even in the same realm as Nahiri, but that's not true. You can play, I mean, I would say green-white toxic is probably where Rot Priest wants to be, because white's got probably the most tricks. So maybe we still can play and splash Nahiri, but I'm definitely taking Rot Priest here. Other good cards. I like the Skull Dweller a lot. I think I like Communion. Toxic 2 is nothing to scoff at, and then even if they have removal after you resolve it, at least you can get your creature back. Skitterfang is very strong. It's a very powerful card. Just the fact that it can give evasion 3 times to something, whatever your strongest thing is pretty good. Be nice if we get some of that other stuff back. We'll see if that happens, though. Alright, the pick now. What do we have? So, we've got the Shepherd that makes Toxic Mites. Quite good, and it would still keep us with the Nahiri plan. Serum Snare, good card too. Bounce and Proliferate, which is good. Blightbelly Rat in black is good. It's got Proliferate and it's toxic as well. What's the Chimera do? 4 mana, 2/4. Basically, prowess, it gets oil counters, and you remove 3. You can discard non-land. Oh, wow. You can kill things. It's pretty excellent. Nothing worth taking in green here. I think we're going to go with the Shepherd. 3 bodies in one, and one of them is evasive. I mean, 2 of them can't block, so that's something, but... Alright. Can take the Thicket. Or we can take the Basilisk. It has Toxic and Death Touch. Or there's also Terramorphic. All these options are good. May just want the Thicket, not necessarily because it's a rare land, but it's 2 lands in 1, whereas Terramorphic is still, at the end of the day, only 1 color that it can do. Let's see what the Fuseling does. 1 mana, 0/1, it gets +1 for each oil counter. And when something dies, you put an oil counter on it. Okay. Nahiri sacrifice with mana value, okay. Still requires you to sack something. Seems good, though, you can divide the damage. I wouldn't mind taking the Basilisk here, but I'm going to go with the Thicket. Just speculating that green-white, maybe splash Nahiri is what we can do. Alright, so technically Porcelain Zealot is still good in this deck. It's a 3 mana, 2/3. Oh, there's Anoint with Affliction in here too. It's a pretty tempting one. Pretty strong removal. The Zealot's an uncommon, but it is good with your toxic dudes. It just allows you to attack with toxic dudes. I mean, it allows you to attack with basically everything. It is 4 mana, though, so it's not cheap. I think we'll go with the Zealot. Let's try and hold the course on this green-white toxic plan, if we can. So I can take the Hunter Maze here. It doesn't take up a slot in the deck. Thirsting Roots might be what I want, though. It's got Proliferate, so you can put more, put more loyalty on this, or you can put more poison on your opponent, or more oil counters, whatever. but also it lets you search up a basic land, so it will let us splash Nahiri. I like this. This Cacophony Scamp is legit. This is a good card. Very good card. A lot of abilities tacked onto a 1-drop 1/1. I'll say that. But yeah, a lot of blue in here as well, which almost makes me think maybe blue would be wiser to go into, but we'll see. Zealot's Conviction, very good. Once again, if we can end up making this Toxic plan work out. This is amazing with Toxic. Oh, it's a 1-mana permanent +2/+1 and first strike. Yeah, that's incredibly strong on if you got the Corrupted plan going. See, this one, I feel like some of the Corrupted cards don't necessarily make Toxic cards better, but this one definitely does because it's a combat trick that makes it a much more deadly attacker. So Veil of Assimilation is not good. There's quite a bit of blue in here. Could argue that Insight is the best, or I could just take the Fair Basilica and still assume that we're going to be able to make this work, or I pick up an Evangelist and maybe splash for this. Probably just a chance that we splash for the Evangelist, because if we're able to resolve this, I mean, we're in the Toxic deck, so destroying something is going to be really good. So Dune Mover, definitely something we want in here for 2 reasons. It's got Toxic, so it's going with our Corrupt plan, or Poison plan, rather, and it searches up basic land, so it's going to make Nahiri and Evangelist that much more splashable, which is nice. All right, we got Communion wheeled in black, which is unfortunate because it's a good card and I really want to play it. And it's amazing with Rot Priest, but am I taking something else instead? I mean, Vanish into Eternity is not very good, but you know what? I'm just going to take the Communion because I don't think I want the Vanish. It's only pack 1, so let's speculate a little bit here. Am I going to just splash Rot Priest? Somehow I got past Rot Priest, but green's not open. So that's something as well. I'm going to take the counter spell here. The corrupted counter spell. Don't really like any of these. Sacrifice is presumably the best on the splash, I guess. Centurion's not bad. I guess I'll just take this though, just because it's a rare, but I don't need anything else here. Corrupted, this comes back. That's not bad either. All right, Jace. Well, this is a strong one. Can mill a bunch. Tainted Observer is really good. Just trying to take a look at everything we got access to here. And then we've got Annex Sentry, so it's got Toxic. Oh, and it, wow. So it's Toxic and it deals with something too. I kind of want to stick to the green, white, and then splash stuff plan. Blue was definitely more open. But I think white was open enough, so I think this will work. Jace is pretty excellent. Can mill your opponent out at a certain point in the game too, as well as play this for 3 mana. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I think we just take Jace. This is tough now. You can splash Rot Priest. I don't think that's bad, honestly, but. So we can take the Duelist here. Predation Paladin. I've played that before. It didn't work as well as I would have liked. Sinew Dancer is good. I think you got to go with the Double Strike, dude. Good with tricks to protect itself, but also at least with Toxic 1, it can deal 2 poison counters if it gets through, which is also pretty excellent. So let's take that. I like the Golem for oil counter decks. Sinew Dancer is good for what we're trying to do, but I think I'd rather have the Double Striker. Ruthless Predation, there you go. There's a good one. It is a fight spell, though. It's not a one-sided fight spell. So we did take Jace, which still puts us in a position where we can go down a blue path if we want. Could take another Shepherd, but I mean, Predation's going to be best with Rot Priest. And it's just a cheap fight spell. It's just green doesn't seem super open. At least it wasn't in pack 1. It dried up real quick. So for that reason, am I supposed to just take a Shepherd over it? Get another flyer that spits out a couple toxic dudes? I'm just going to take the Predation. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter. Wow. Well, at a certain point in the game, this wins. I haven't even seen that card. There's a strong one for you. Charge of the Mites is definitely playable. Incisor Glider with the Corrupted is definitely playable. Terramorphic for fixing. But this Noxious Assault seems pretty fun. If we're going for a dedicated Toxic deck, I want the... At a certain point, Noxious Assault is just inevitability if you have enough corrupted dudes. So this could get Double Strike, that's obviously good. This lets you proliferate, that's good. Destroys creatures with flying. We've got the Steward, which isn't bad. Do I just take the Canopy, or do we just take the expensive flyer that can have Double Strike? Probably Double Strike flyer is gonna, I assume, win some games. Let's dump the blue and the black. As cute as it is. Because we still have Thirsting Roots and Dune Mover to potentially splash for Evangelist and Nahiri, so looking okay on that front, actually. Oh yeah, and Zealot's Conviction is very good with the Venerated Rot Priest as well. So this is good with Proliferate, but it's really not that great. But there's really nothing here we want, unfortunately. I guess I could just take the 2-drop. That can buff things. It's good with Proliferate. This can't even like help us splash. It doesn't add of any color. Or I could take the Helm and get the... Well, this is a 2-drop though, and it works with Proliferate. To be honest, I don't know. I kind of don't like any of it. So we could take the Basilisk, which would supply our deck with a little more... Ooh, no, this one... I think we want the Complete Devotion because we have the Rot Priest. Like, I need more Toxic, but we have a good Toxic count, and this is one of the better ones you can get with the Rot Priest, because then you're putting a poison counter on your opponent, buffing, and drawing. Which is pretty excellent, because we've got primarily Toxic stuff. So I'm going to take it over the Basilisk. Alright, this card is actually good. Because it, like, blocks... It just blocks a lot of things. It blocks the Mites, it blocks the... There's just a lot of X1s. It does a lot of work against. It's at least a good sideboard card. I'm going to take it over these lands. We don't have any equipped creatures. Alright, Tainted Observer. Technically could splash it, and it's a good card. I mean, there's not really anything... Oh, no, this is pretty good, too, I guess. The Skull Bomb. Lets our Toxic dude fly over top. I'm going to take the Observer, though. I'd almost rather splash the Observer than the Evangelist, but we'll see. Alright, wow, we got Sinew Dancer back. There is Plague Nurse, which is not bad. But I found this is almost like a... I don't know, too tough to use, but Sinew Dancer, I think, is amazing if we can turn it on. Don't really need any of this. Let's see. That's cool. I mean, we want to pass this stuff, so we'll just take this. Because we're not in those colors, so we want to hook whoever's up with it. Alright, Skull Bomb, on the other hand, could possibly make the deck. I don't think we need that. Alright, this, too tough to turn on, the Monument to Perfection. Too many words, too. I don't even have time to go through it. What do we have? I guess we just could take another Observer. The Observer is very good. You get, you know, you get one poison counter on your opponent. Observer can totally do everything you need it to. Stand is pretty cool too. It's a combat trick that also, so it's good with Rot Priest, but it also protects. I'm just going to take the Observer, though. Wow. And then we got past a Bloated Contaminator. So both Pack 1 and Pack 3, that player 1 just got hooked up with, like, the best rare Toxic cards and passed them right on over to us. So we really lucked out there. It'd be nice to get the Vorak back that can proliferate. Zealot's Conviction would be a great pickup as well. Even the Noxious Assault. There's stuff we can wheel here that would be excellent for us. But right now I'm pretty thrilled with where we're at. We've got a good amount of Toxic going with some combat tricks. So we can take another Duelist. This has Toxic. What does it do? Whenever you proliferate, if you don't control a creature named the Hollow Sentinel, create the Hollow... Oh yeah, that's a cool card. That is cool. Trawler, Drake. Are we taking another Duelist? Just get another 2-drop, or are we taking Removal? Our creature count's at 13. Predation is good. How many actual... We need a good Corrupt count, though. I'm going to take this over the Removal. Could come back to haunt me, but I just feel like the Toxic with Double Strike is quite good. Sentry's good. Probably just snipe a Expanse here, because we're going to get enough playables, and then this is just free fixing for us, essentially. So even could take the Dune Mover, get another 2-drop. We only have 2 4-drops, so I could take the Plague Nurse. But Dune Mover is going to be more fixing for Nahiri and Evangelist. So maybe that's smarter, even though Plague Nurse is not bad. We just want a good cheap count here. So I could take the Atrocity. I don't know if I want it. I assume we're probably just taking another lookout for sideboard against decks with like Thrumming Bird and stuff like that. So we can take the Bardiche. I don't really need that. I don't know if we need any of this. The Anointer would be good if we had oil counters, but we don't. So I'm not sure what to take here. I guess I'll just take the Bardiche, but we don't need it. So we're going to have to see what we wheel here, because we are currently splashing 3 different colors, which is keeping ourselves a little busier than we should. There we go, Flesh Cutter. Here's a cool one. So this makes things stronger, and you spit out mites. I mean, it's clunky, but it's a good card, I think. Maybe it is too clunky. It's equip 3, but I like that it just keeps spitting out toxic dudes. All right, could take the Skull Bomb in case we need it. So we didn't wheel yet the Conviction. I don't think we wheeled anything we wanted out of that. Pick 2. Or maybe that's where we're at now, yeah. So this pack is an important pack. We're hoping to wheel something good, because this pack had a lot of goodies in it. I believe this is the one that we got the Contaminator from. So this potentially could be really good. And basically we're going to get another Sinew Dancer. I'm going to have to be okay with that. It is good. I'm hoping we can get Corrupted online. Don't need any of this. Alright. Don't need any of this. So I think we have enough goodies to splash pretty easily, probably. We actually don't have that many cuts to make, which is unexpected. We didn't get that many combat tricks, did we? For the Rot Priest. But Rot Priest also just makes all their removal. Give them poison too, which is nice. So, are we splashing 3 colors? So we're a 5-color deck? I don't know if we want to do that. Honestly, we probably could. Because we have Terramorphic, we have Thicket, we have 2 Dune Movers, and we have Thirsting Roots. So fixing is totally doable here. And I guess all the cards we want to fix are pretty good, and we only have to make 1 cut. Wow. Maybe we give it a try. We need 1 red for Nahiri. We need... because even with this, we're still at what? 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7 green. Wow. Yeah, that's not bad. We only have to make one cut. It can probably be one of the skull bombs, although might be a time we need. I assume it's probably one of the skull bombs. What's our creature count? 15. I'm doing Predation Steward because it can buff my toxic dudes. Honestly, I guess it's good on a duelist with the double strike and stuff. You can proliferate, but we don't really have that much proliferate at all. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I want to drop a creature either. Probably one of the skull bombs. Which one do I like more? I guess evasion is probably ultimately better than a little bit bigger with trample, so we'll drop that one and call this a deck. It's an interesting one. I got real excited when I was past a Rot Priest and a Contaminator. Oddly enough, it looks like green mostly just dried up, though, on its own. So we'll see what we can do with this. It's a weird one. All right, we'll run it like this. What's the colors, actually? Primarily white, then green. Yeah, just as expected. So 8, 7, 3 blue, 2 black, 2 red, with all the ways to find them. All right. I guess this is how we'll do it. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Well, I just realized I read this wrong. It's exile target creature or equipment card with mana value less than a Here's Load from your graveyard. So it's not a removal spell. But it's still really good. Because it's a free ability. So it doesn't take any loyalty. And then you could, like, potentially get an Evangelist back from your graveyard. Comes in, destroys something, attacks for 4 vigilance. You can do that every turn. It's pretty good. Yeah, so I think I'm still going to try it on the splash. I think the combination of abilities is still useful enough. Who knows? We're trying some weird stuff with this one, so we'll give it a try. Round 1, we'll play first. Let's see here. No green mana, unfortunately. It's a tricky one, especially on the play, because we need the green mana. But once we get the green mana, we're looking good. But it's kind of awkward having a 6-drop white spell. I think we... Jeez. We may have to mull this one, as much as I want to keep it. Gosh, we were like a green mana away from this hand being real good. This one... Well, we do have the Dune Mover, which can find the white mana. I'll just go to 5. Alright, this one we'll keep. It's actually a pretty good hand. I think we're actually dropping the Duelist. Because we're going to go Dune Mover. We're going to work up to this. Oh, I got to return 2. Well, I guess the... Gosh, do I do the Shepherd? Obviously, I need the Dune Mover to play the Rot Priest. Do I do a land? I guess I could do a land. Alright. Then we'll get the green mana. Well, at least Complete Devotion looks good here. And then we can do the Rot Priest. We've got Complete Devotion. So that's good, I guess. Alright, well, now we're a mana away from the Shepherd, which is cool. Ooh. Wait, is that card in this format? I'm confused. I'm not playing Standard, right? least I'm going poisons. The life gain matters less, but I am a bit confused. Okay, this card's in the format. I'm a little confused why Shieldred's here. Maybe this is a reprint in the format? Honestly, don't know. So this has Death Touch too, which makes this trickier. But I do have Complete Devotion, so alright. So we'll do this and we'll get in. And we'll just do this on shoot with it. Could be worse. So we can do a shepherd of our own. Yeah, that actually is nice. Or I can do the Contaminator. But I think we'll do the, well, I guess we attack first. Best use of mana is the shepherd, so we probably do that. Alright, we're up to 7. Not bad. Too bad the shepherd doesn't have toxic, huh? Alright. Thicket, unfortunately not useful to us, but I gotta say we're actually doing really good considering mulled to 5. So I'll play the Contaminator here. Not 100% sure what to do now. I mean, I guess we're probably winning through poison, so probably don't need to attack here. Probably didn't need to sandbag the thicket since it enters tapped, but I do have a way to at least have a way to proliferate, and by proliferate I mean yeah, what do I mean? Not proliferate, but sorry, I'm getting a little distracted by my son here. So let's see, what do we want to do? We probably just attack with these 3. Could attack with the shepherd too, I guess. I want to see how they block because we need to take advantage of this conviction here. Alright, so conviction now on the Contaminator's pretty much what we needed. So now we're going to trample, deal toxic, proliferate, and they take... Yeah. Alright, got there. Sweet. Wish I could say see you for the next one, but this is a 3-round match, so I'm going to see if I can calm my son down somehow here. He's getting a little excited. Alright. Let's see if this little seat will calm him down. Okay, so based on what my opponent showed me, he's got the 1/1s. I like that attendant a lot. That card's cool. So he's got some decent stuff in there, I would say. Sideboard, I probably don't need to do Lookout. And then the rest is kind of whatever sideboard. Oh, should I be... I probably should be playing Jace, shouldn't I? If I'm splashing Observer? Yeah. All right. We can trade that out because this is still a 3-drop, really. So let's dump the Skull Bomb. And I'll try and remember to do that for in between matches. Whoopsie. It's like, why splash Tainted Observer? I'm sure some people are talking about that during deck building. It's okay. Not a big deal. We only played 1 game without it. This hand's pretty good. It needs help, but it's pretty good. Conviction alone on Duelist is nice. And Flesh Cutter's obviously nice with Duelist as well. So, ooh, 2 can play at that Flesh Cutter game, huh? Well, mana base is looking okay. We just don't have the green mana. We got everything else. Where's the green? Well, that worked out well for us. Ooh, digging. Alright, so we could spit out the thing. I think we probably make a Contaminator here. That's the scariest. Because then they've got a lot of work to do here. They're not at 3 yet for Evangelist, but I wouldn't have been able to get him at 3 anyway, so. They got to decide which one they want to deal with here. Tough decision. They're both pretty excellent. Guess you got to go with the Contaminator, right? It's got Trample. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think there's anything else I want to put a counter on besides them. So Evangelist is turned on now. You know, just casual 5-color Toxic here. Yeah, this is kind of unfair. Alright. See for round 2. Alright, round 2, we'll play first. Oh boy. Man. Gosh, I wish I could keep this. This is almost worth keeping. Just because Dune Mover finds our green mana, but we need 1 land. Jeez. It's just this hand is so strong with the green mana. Just because when we're automatically in Contaminator range. But if we don't draw the land, we're in big trouble. If we were on the draw, I'd consider it. I think on the play, it's just, it's too much. This hand we might actually keep, because even though once again it's one land, we at least have a Skull Bomb that we can play. We have the Dune Movers. We only have to drop one card. I think we'll risk it. We're going to drop, well, probably the Duelist, as much as I like it. We probably need the Dune Movers for lands. Good chance we're cashing out of the Skull Bomb, but if we draw a land, we can find more land, get our fixing going. Alright, did not get the land, so we'll cash this out, hoping to find a land. Alright, did not get the land, and passing. I think it was worth the risk. So we'll get the green mana here. We need the Dune Mover, because we gotta be, now, especially now that we're a land behind, we gotta be hitting our lands. So I could Predation that. Oh, I can scry. Well, they timed that right, didn't they? We already know it's on top and we're keeping it, so we don't need to scry. So, probably play another Dune Mover and get, I think, blue mana. We could hold up on that, actually. But we need to hit the land still, so I'm going to go for the blue mana. Okay, so I guess we'll do this. Do the Predation. No, oh yeah, Predation works. Because we want to get the counter on them here too. There's a good chance they block. I mean, they're going to block, but at least, you know, get a couple things off the board. They at least have a poison counter. As far as the path is right now, it doesn't look bad. We're in good shape with this Noxious Assault Basilica Shepherd combo, you know? More likely to kill him through damage, but whatever. So, get the Shepherd down. Nice. No reach, right? Gosh, at this point, more likely to kill him with damage than toxic. Let's see. So, I can trade. I guess we probably trade here. Because we don't have good attacks for a while, so we'll do this. Did get 2 for 1, but what are you gonna do? Sandbagging this just to pretend like we have something. Don't have a good block for that. Did it have reach too, or just trample? Alright. Sinew Dancer. Well, unfortunately they're not corrupted. But we do still have the mana to do the big tap, so I guess we're okay. So now we probably chump the Grimnark. with the Duelist. Take the 6. All right. So we can tap something. They don't have Corrupted, at least. That's good. But we need to stay back because we don't have enough blockers now. So the plan is tap the 6/6 Trampler. Well, I can save it. I suppose I have to. So if I don't, I definitely die. Whereas if I do, at least that's a pretty good uncommon, by the way. Hopefully that wasn't their main phase. Good, it was attacker step. So, guess we just take 7. All right, we'll go to game 2 here. So, what shall we do? Well, I forgot to swap into Jace, like I said I would. Classic Alex move there. So we'll get rid of this. The funny thing is I didn't even notice, even though I played Skull Bomb that game. Very, very funny. Look out for nothing, so no. Alright. Unfortunately, the 1/3 Death Touch is pretty good against us, but what are you going to do? I'll try my hardest to remember Jace. I'll try so hard, guys, to remember Jace. Sounds pretty good. Duelist into Duelist. Duelist, at least with a trick, tacks well into the duder, so that's good. Sadly, the Cultivator is actually a pretty good blocker for our Duelist. And we still need a green mana for this Tainted Observer, huh? Jeez. With mana up, I'm just gonna play a Duelist and pass. Alright. At least we get to scry this time. Can actually scry. That's good. Dune Mover. Well, that'll find our green mana, so we're keeping that. We want that. Alright. So we'll put it in there. Alright. Oh, got the green mana anyway. Well, that works out okay. We can choose something else. So we can get our black mana. We have black, red left. And one spell for each. So I don't know if it actually matters. So I guess we'll take Nahiri. More exciting? I don't know. I don't know. get in there. Get some toxic on them. Go observer. And next turn we can't even proliferate with the Apostle, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. Sure. It's a sensible play. What is this? Oh, you can get a creature back. Maybe I'll just get in here then. I don't even want him to draw. I wish I could. Ooh, good draw there. So we don't need to dig anything up, but we get to proliferate. So we proliferate, and now suddenly we have double strike. So block that on the ground, block, and then die. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Not sure what else we want to do here. Gotta remember Jace after this game. Gotta remember to do Jace. Let's see. I mean, this is a keep. It's not as good as I'd like it to be, but it's gonna have to do. You can at least cast Nahiri. I mean, we don't have any creatures here, so it's a little bit dangerous, but I'm gonna try it. So I can do Nahiri. And they'd have to attack with both for it to die. I feel like I might even kind of need to do that. Because I can't play Sinew Dancer and do anything too good next turn. I can play this with 5 loyalty next turn. I don't know if that's better. Really doesn't end up saving that much life, though. That's the problem. It makes the best use of mana, though. So maybe I do it and then... discard, well, that's nice. Except we don't have blue mana. Other than the fact we don't have blue mana, it's nice. I'm okay with this. I needed to buy a turn anyway. We were kind of in an awkward spot. Hey, oh, we got the blue. That's good. So we can do... Oh, man. I can't do this plus the Sinew Dancer, huh? Well, I'll have to just settle for this. Well, I don't have anything to proliferate anyway, so... Well, the good news is I can tap that. Bad news is they have more cards in their hand than we do. Nice. Land draw, huh? Nice. More gas. All right. See you for the next one. All right. Just so you guys know. Boop. Boop. There we go. Remembered Jace. All right. Let's go to round 3. All right. We'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. We go Dune Mover to get our blue mana. Turn 3 Observer. We've got Conviction. We can get possible Evangelist set up by finding our black mana after that. So, not bad. Not too shabby. So basically we have all our colors at this point. Alright. Theirs has Toxic 2. Ours only has Toxic 1. Which means I'm just going to play Observer. Pass. Still need another land to be able to do the awesome Dune Mover move I want to do. Ooh, they don't want to trade, huh? That's unexpected. So yeah. Yeah, maybe we wait a turn on the Dune Mover. Can't attack into the Basilisk anyway, that's true. And then I can at least proliferate as well. Okay. So we'll get our black mana here, and then Dune Mover can get our red mana. Predation too, huh? So Dune Mover will get red mana and pay for proliferate. So we'll get him up to corrupted. And then Evangelist should do some good work for us. This is kind of why I've been a little less impressed with Plague Nurse. Just because it seems like there's a lot of 4/4s kind of floating around this format. I want to see if they can protect it first. I can't pay the proliferate, but that doesn't matter. So we don't have conviction up, but that's all right. All right. So we got the Sinew Dancer. So we only have one white mana though. So how do we want to do this? I want to kill the Plague Nurse. So we probably just Predation, kill Plague Nurse. And then we can get in with that, an Observer. We could do the Sinew Dancer plus another Proliferate. But it's almost better to leave up Conviction here, I think. I don't know, actually. Probably just play it and Proliferate. Just take advantage of the mana while we got it. So now we have a 1-mana tapper too. So that's pretty good. I think we'll just probably block like that. Nice. It's a good couple cards to have. Ooh. With a Rot Priest follow-up, too? Beautiful. Alright. So let's see. We have the Conviction, though, so we'll probably just be defensive here. And get my second white with this, so I can play the Apostle next turn. That makes sense. Alright. It's just spell, so I can still tap with Sinew Dancer. Alright. Nice. Doesn't matter what they equip it to. We're tapping whatever they equip it to, so it's really largely irrelevant. Alright, wow, that's good. So, let's do the Apostle here. Or we can do Contaminator and still keep stuff tapped. That's probably better. Alright, gotcha. I'm a little surprised to see most commenters, or most comments I've seen about this format, people seem pretty convinced that you're not supposed to go for like a poison deck. That Toxic is just a means to turn on your Corrupted, and then like, if you happen to kill him with poison, cool. But no, I think you can build pretty dedicated Toxic decks, proliferate them out. Just put poison counters on them and proliferate them out. I mean, my opponent's doing it, I'm doing it. I've seen a lot of these dedicated Toxic decks, and to be honest, I like them. Pretty impressed. Lookout. Is that going to be good? Well, it stops the Crawling Chorus really nicely. So, doesn't stop this one so well, but it also trades with this. So I think we are actually going to bring in the Lookout. What do we cut for that? Huh. Could cut the Flesh Cutter. It's a little bit slow. It's a good card, but it's slow when your opponent is just getting dudes out as fast as they can. Let's do 2 Lookouts. And then we'll cut one other card, I guess. Maybe the Roots. Yeah, I don't know if I want to hurt or fixing, though. Maybe the Assault. This card's good, but I like Assault, but I think we just need to cut. I feel like our late game is likely better than our opponents, because they seem like they're really just trying to go off as quick as they can. And we just need some early blockers for their stuff. I mean, their tricks are a problem, but alright, we're going to keep this. Somehow we got all of our colors in the opener here. So, I don't especially want to trade Sinew Dancer for that, so I think we'll take it. Alright. Ooh, Duelist. Well, Duelist is amazing here, so we're going to do Duelist. You know, we know they have multiple of the tricks, so not much to be done about that. Yeah, they'll likely play it. Can't do anything. It's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Could not block, and then I'm just leaving up Devotion. I guess, is that a better plan? I don't really like that plan, but I guess. So we'll get a green mana here. Oh, I guess we can play the Sinew Dancer too, and might as well get in for one, I guess. So I think I'm actually going to attack here. So I'm getting the card draw because I feel like I need it. Nice. So we got our second white here. I think we actually play the Evangelist. Can't use it, but can attack, and at this point, this game it looks like we're killing him with damage anyway, so. Ah, Nahiri, there's a good one. So I can do Nahiri now, or I can get a big flyer. I assume getting the big flyer is probably a little more in line with what we're wanting to do. So any lands we can rummage. We can force them to attack with dudes. That's pretty good. Can't really force them to attack with the Scrapped Order so much, but ooh, Observer too. Jeez. That's nice. If they have a trick that can use it, I'm alright with that. Fury's not going to work so hot with them exiling stuff, but whatever. Just for the last ability. You can still kind of screw the rest of their abilities. Sure. Pretty interesting they chose that one. I guess that's the only thing they could kill It's kind of just the only thing they could kill. So we can cast the full Nahiri, force them to attack into our dudes too. That's going to put them in a tough spot. So we have 6. I'm actually going to do Duelist and then tap down one of their blockers at the end of their turn, and then they're dead because they have 2 that can't even block. And they just drew land, so that is GG's. And we went 2-1. And this deck was fun, even though I never cast Jace. My own fault. I did miss it for 2 games, but it's okay. Cast Nahiri. It was good. Drew attacks the game that I wanted it to draw attacks, so that's good. Let's do some pack one, pick ones here and call it a day. Toxic's fun. I'm a little addicted to just doing dedicated Toxic. I can't help myself. Mondrak, Glory Dominus. This is 4 mana, 4/4. If one or more tokens would be created, twice as many tokens are created instead. Sack artifacts or creatures, put an indestructible counter on it. Well, that's pretty strong. Necrogen, Rot Priest. 4 mana, 1/5 Toxic 2. Whenever a creature you control Toxic deals combat damage to a player, they get an additional poison counter. That's nuts. And then just gives your Toxic dudes Death Touch. That seems like a pretty good Toxic Lord. My goodness. Yeah, that's strong. Jeez. Onslaught I got to play in a total non-toxic deck, and it was good. Sinew Dancer played really well for us. Chimney Rabble actually seems like an okay card. I haven't played with it yet. I played against it once. Scrap Trap's not bad. It's certainly playable. Haven't seen Aspirant's Ascent played yet, but it seems okay to me. And then, I mean, it's at least seems playable for a toxic plan. All right. Pack one, pick one here. Probably going with the Drown and Ichor. This card's amazing. 2 mana, -4/-4, plus he gets Proliferate. Really good. I got to play the Necrotician before. Certainly not bad. Experiment to Augury is great. Blue is really fun for poisoning your opponent out because they just have a lot of ways to do it without even attacking. Just a lot of proliferation, put poison counter on them stuff. Slaughter Singer. This is a fun toxic card too. 2 mana, 2/2 Toxic 2, and then it just buffs your toxic dudes when they attack. Very good. Predation's good. I'd probably go Singer because I'm obsessed. Even though it's a gold card, I'm just kind of obsessed with Toxic. It's a fun strategy. It's just different. Going for poison. It's just been a while. It's different. Thorn. 5 mana, 5/5, can't be countered. Trample. Can't be the target of non-green spells your opponents control or abilities from non-green sources your opponents control. As long as it's your turn, it's indestructible. Well, that seems insanely strong. So, yeah. Take Thorn. Be pretty thrilled about that. Just a little 5/5 trample indestructible on your turn. And then they can only like fight against it. Fight spells or whatever. It's pretty nuts. Otherwise, yeah, Annex Sentry. Could have taken it this draft. I think I took Jace over it. And then promptly proceed to not even play it the first 2 games. Easy Thorn. Annex Sentry is really good too. I'd take the Sentry over the Predation. Phyrexian Arena, you don't say. Well, surprised to see this card again, but certainly worth taking. Especially in a format where there is a Toxic plan. Although, yeah, as others have mentioned, Toxic is the fix for Infect, so you're still taking damage. I still think it's worth it. Extra card a turn for 1 life is worth it. Unfortunately, you can't put a stop to it once it's going, but still good. I would take it, even though I like this Serum Core Chimera too. This card's good. Yeah, I'd go with Arena. Give her a go. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.